Okay, can everybody hear me okay? Thank you, you guys be able to hear me okay now. All right, awesome. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to have to do something a little different here. I'm going to try to figure out if I can somehow um, if I can somehow hold on a second. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. I have no idea what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to have to, you're going to have to bear with me as far as the sound quality goes. But I'm going to play this interview um, real quick. Um, and yeah, I don't know how to screen share his interview. Marvelous Mystery Danielle. I still don't know. So, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to wing it and do the best I can and improvise here. Um, but this is an interview. A mother, Heidi Bechant, and I believe that's how you pronounce her last name. She went missing a few days ago with her daughter, 2-week old. Sorry, I'm very distracted here because I'm trying to figure out all this. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, Heidi Bouchant and her 2-week old daughter Margot went missing um, just a few days ago. I believe it was Thursday, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going over the interviews with Margot's dad Shane and Heidi's fiance. Now I'm hearing rumors uh, that Margot is not Shane's daughter, but I don't want to focus on that. I don't. Right now, what's going on is there's a missing mother and a missing infant, and this father seems very distraught about it. And I want to go over this interview real quick. And I want to kind of break down the interviews with you guys. And I'm just learning about this case. And again, this is not a true crime channel. What the purpose of this broadcast is going to be basically to kind of break down this interview. And I want to see what you guys think in lieu of our experience with a very similar Chris Watts situation. Because this is all very, very surreal and very similar regarding a couple of days missing and father very distraught and on television trying to find out what's going on. And so far, I'm seeing very, very different behavior. So ultimately, what we want to do is we want to collect facts and find out if we can just eliminate this person and move forward so that we can help this man find his family. And I believe Heidi's other child's name is Silas. So I do want to I do want to I do want to kind of spread this guy's voice here as best as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and play that what we were just listening to.
Have a good day. And then she starts making their sandwiches.
Can you guys hear that okay?
And I went to work. She took Margot with Silas. She dropped them off at school to the book fair. And after the book fair, she called me around 8 something on her way home from the book fair. So she spent $25. I was like, that's okay. And I told her I have to go because I was on my way out. And I told you I love you, bye. And pretty much I worked all day till about 1 something, and then I got here around 2. In her car, walked upstairs. She wasn't here, and her phone was off. So I thought she was at a friend's house because a friend lives in the same complex, so she might be over there with her phone off. So I thought nothing of it, but she was not back yet. So then I went on daycare and brought him home, and he didn't finish his lunch, so he told me to grill it for him. And basically, then we after a little bit, I called my dad. He said, "Don't worry about it too much right now." And I called her friends, and she hasn't heard from them. Her friends didn't hear from her, so then I called the cops, and then they came over here. I think it was around 7:30, I think. And ever since then, it's just been trying to reach out, just help. I don't know. She's a great mom. She needs to be back.
So the last time you heard from her was around 8:30?
Yeah, 8, even probably before then, like 8:15, okay. I would say.
And you called the cops around 7, right?
Yeah, 7-ish. I think it was like 7:15 or yeah, 7:30 maybe, something like that. Yeah.
And just tell me a little bit about Heidi and Margot.
Oh, they're amazing. They're beautiful, loving. Loves everybody. She has the best group of friends. Margot is the sweetest. She's only 2-3 weeks old, and man, she has like the cutest look on her lips. Gorgeous little baby, and just play. She does not have. She can't do anything mean. I don't know. Just beautiful people, loving friends, loving family. Everyone's here to support.
Wait, so Chris ER, you're saying that you hear him using Margot or Heidi in a past tense? I want to hear where he says that.
Yeah, 7-ish. I think it was like 7:15 or yeah, 7:30 maybe, something like that. Yeah.
And just tell me a little bit about Heidi and Margot.
Oh, they're amazing. They're beautiful, loving. Loves everybody. She has the best group of friends. Margot is the sweetest. She's only 2-3 weeks old. Loves everybody. She has the best group of friends. 30 maybe, something like that. Yeah.
And just tell me a little bit about Heidi and Margot.
Oh, they're amazing. They're beautiful, loving. Loves everybody. She has the best group of friends. Margot is the sweetest. She's only 2-3 weeks old, and man, she has like the cutest little pucker lips. Gorgeous little baby, and we just play.
Is that back further than what I just played? Because I'm hearing a present tense right now.
She does not have. She can't do anything mean. I don't know. beautiful people, loving friends, loving family. Everyone's here to support. I don't know. Like this.
Yeah, Pamela Jones. I'm going to go over that interview too.
So teeny tiny, lovable baby. Keeps you warm at night. I don't know.
And Margot's not your only child with Heidi, right?
No, I have a 6-year-old boy named Silas. She's amazing. Great at sports. Great baseball player. Does karate. Beautiful little kid as well. So fun. Very intelligent. Loving. Just like his mom.
Okay, so it sounds like he's claiming them to be his children.
He needs her back. Anybody. I don't care if you think it's a look-alike. Just call in and help. Please.
What have the past, almost 2 days now? What have those been like for you? Have you guys received a lot of calls? How have you been?
Yes, we received a lot of support. People, news stations, just random people on Facebook, old friends that I forgot about from like high school. They're like, I'm hoping you're doing okay. So we have a lot of support, and it's just people coming over here. I just sit back and just wishing I could do more, and not knowing what to do is the hardest part. Is I don't know where she's at. I don't know if she's suffering. I don't know anything, and I can't help. I'm helpless, and that's the worst feeling in the world, is to be helpless. And I know the cops and the investigators are doing their job. They're doing a great job. I just want to do more. It feels like we could do more, and that's where everyone comes in. This is a group, so I'll do it together.
And just, so talk about, the way that the car was left, the way that the home was left.
Everything was like she was home. That's why I thought she was at her friend's house. Like she walked to an apartment complex. The car seat's upstairs, her purse is upstairs, her ID, wallet. There's no signs of her taking the baby. She would never leave her car door unlocked. Her car door is unlocked. So that's a weird sign. So, I don't know anything about that. And her purse is inside her car with all the money still inside of it. Her ID, her cards, her full purse. It's just the only thing gone is her, the baby, her keys, and her cell phone, which has been off since I tried to call her at 1:40.
And her keys, is that her car keys or her
car keys, apartment, mailbox? It's like a set of keys. Yeah.
Weird.
Yes, and she never leaves the car door unlocked. But she does have a 3-year-old baby, so I don't know. But she would not leave the car door unlocked. I'm a big pusher on that. So I push her to lock everything. So
one of the things we first talked about when you first got here is like obviously there's a lot of scrutiny on you. And I imagine that's got to be tough. You're going through this absolute nightmare.
Yes.
And then people obviously have to check you off their
yes.
list. That's gonna be really difficult.
Yeah, it's. I don't even I just pretty much ignore that. I don't know how to handle it, but I know it's a question. But I don't know. I don't know how to. I just ignore it because I know it's not true. Yeah, it's negative. So I don't want to. Yeah.
We're trying to be positive and find her. We can't help anything about what anybody thinks.
Yeah, I haven't even seen any comments.
We know what we think.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters.
And just talk about,
Yeah, the first day, I was going through dumpsters over here. Just threw her keys. I just walked around the apartment complex. I sat outside just to see any suspicions, anything that was weird. I didn't see anything. I asked, the next morning, I just sat out here for hours and asked everybody if they seen or heard screaming, anything that was off or suspicious. Everyone's no, but they're all saying no. And we went across through HEB. We asking everybody for if they had cams on their car. I don't know. We're just asking all the questions that we can and looking through everything. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what else to do because it's already the third day and it's getting scary. I don't know.
Check the traffic lights at both ends. There's two intersections here, and all they do is if you break a law or you run a light, then they film you. So that wasn't viable. And then we checked all the HEBs. We checked, they I guess they have it on all their stores combined and whatever, and nothing came from that either. So we're still just trying. We have an agency. I think it's the guy's name is Tim
Miller.
And he has an agency that helps folks. He had the same thing happen to him, and as a result, he's developed a company that has high-tech equipment to go in and do things.
Oh, and
very
Tim
quickly
Miller.
and
Okay.
in some views,
I think some
more
of us
efficiently
recognize
than
that name.
the local police. So he's going to be here tomorrow and help us with a bunch of it, and we're hopeful that he'll come up with something. So it's all state-of-the-art equipment.
How do you deal with this? You've still got kids at home.
Yes, I haven't told them. But I just try to. They're with a separate part of the family right now until we at least get an answer. So that's why I have great support, and they're kind of juggling with them right now while all this is going on over here. So I don't want to put that in their brains yet because I'm an adult and I can not even handle it. So I'm not going to put that in their head so we know something. They're too young.
What else do you want people to know?
That this is an amazing family. She's so supportive and she just wants to help everybody as well. She wants to help. She's the most giving person. She only has $4 in bank account and she's still helping somebody out. She's a great person. She needs to be back. Her son needs her. I need her. Her family needs her. There's any woman with a little baby that kind of looks like her, please just give anybody a call. News, 911, I don't care.
We're open to anything.
Any help. Any help.
Get a hold of Austin PD, or we're soon to have a cell phone number that you can call, and we'll keep everybody posted on that, where people can give tips. We're going to try and get a reward going for information leading to finding her. So that's in the near future.
Thank you so much. Is there anything else that I'm missing?
Just everybody be on board. The more shares, the more likes, comments, any platform that you could do, share. If you don't know me, I don't care. Just put it out there and just let it get around. You don't have to know me. Just post and share as much times as you can. No, it takes 1 second for a family to be happy. Just 1 second.
We've got to find her. We're not taking no for an answer. We've got to find her.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I'm looking over chat while I'm listening to this. I'm gonna address one or two things before I go over the other video and play that. And we're gonna pause that. I'm gonna pause that video here and there. Again, if the sound quality is bad, I do apologize. I'm sitting here with my phone up against the mic, so I apologize for the poor sound quality, and I'm just doing my best to improvise here. But I've got mixed feelings here. Before I continue, though, guys, you'll notice that my mods are dropping a link to a group that I am an admin of, and that was started by Danielle. And in here, you'll see her as Marvelous Mystery. And Danielle is a very, very busy true crime creator and follower. And she has many Facebook groups regarding many different cases. And her channel is called True Crime, Real Massacre Talk. So she's a very good friend of mine. She's been I've been since I started following true crime, we go back since talking about the Missy Beavers case, her and I. So if you guys want, please go ahead and join that group if you want to discuss it. But I'm going to say this real quick before I even go any further. I am not. Man, listen. I don't want the Chris Watts shit relived all over again in that group, guys. I'm not doing that fucking Facebook group bullshit. It's not going to happen there. I'm telling you right now. All right. We want nothing but rational and logical conversation. You know, whether you think the guy's guilty or not, that's fine. You know, go ahead and talk about that. But you're not going to sit there and get personally offended just because of somebody's opinion on this case. That's fucking ridiculous. And I'm telling you right now, I'm going to nip it in the bud before it even fucking starts. So you're welcome in the group. Everyone is welcome in that group. But as soon as I start seeing fucking Chris Watts bullshit starting all over again, you're out. You're out. I'm not having it. Because right now, what's going on here, and I want to be very, very clear about this. Right now, what's going on here is there's a father that is on television whose family is missing. And so far, there's no real reason to suspect him yet, at least not public. Okay? So whatever the personal life is, whatever it is, I don't care. Right now, I'm listening to her who is crying. He has a 2-week-old daughter, and I can't even imagine what that feels like. So right now, I need everybody who's listening to this broadcast to dig deep and try to find empathy for this man. At least now. That's all I'm saying. At least now. I'm not saying whether he did it or not. I'm not even saying whether or not I think he did it or not. I'm saying there's no we don't want to go ahead and start fucking crucifying this guy publicly because we don't know anything yet. We're rational people. We're logical people. Let's act like it. Let's act accordingly, please. Okay? So, having said that, I'm going to find this other video. Unfortunately, I can't play it because I haven't figured this shit out yet. But now, before I do continue, everything that's happening right now, guys, we're also very rational and logical people, as I just said. But having said that, I think it's safe to say right now that experience and history teaches us that something happened to this poor woman and her daughter. And right now, the focus should simply be to find it, to find out what happened, to find them, find out what happened. I apologize for misspeaking there. Yeah, I get it, that Devil Mike. Yeah, I totally get it. Man, let me tell you, when I first watched the Chris Watts interview, I was like, this fucker did it. I mean, I belonged in a group that Danielle invited me in. And the first thing I did was listen to this guy's interview, and it was exactly this fresh into that case. This is exactly how fresh it was for me. So I'm not, but at no point did I sit there and go, this fucker did it. I thought so, but never in the group did I do that. So I want to be very, very clear about that, guys. Let's collect facts, because we're not going to do this family any good by jumping to conclusions. If this man is innocent, which in my eyes, what I believe in the justice system. I believe in due process. And as far as I'm concerned, this man is innocent until proven guilty. And I'm not even seeing enough to suspect him yet. You know, there's definitely things to question. I'm not an idiot. There's definitely things to question. I'm not blind. But before we start jumping to conclusions, let's start gathering facts, and let's do it together. Okay? 1 second, guys. Let me pull up this video here real quick.
What happened? Is she like your fiance? We just want.
Fiance. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, I look down when I talk. Sorry, I want to look down the whole time, probably. Yeah.
So just tell us about the day your fiance and your baby went missing. Like what kind of day was it? Was it a regular day? Did something
That was just a basic Thursday. We have basically have a routine every day. I get up around 6 a.m. and pretty much hit the snooze button a couple times, and then I finally wake up around 6:15, drink some water.
Now, real quick, guys. Hey, can one of my mods go into the group and you could see it's the raw interview? Go ahead and drop that link, because it would be cool if you turn your volume down and try to look at it in real time, at least, so at least you can listen to it through here, but this way you can see his mannerisms, because I think that's a big deal in being able to break this down. And unfortunately, I'm not able to show the video on here. So please, if you can, go ahead and drop the link, mods, for the interview that I'm playing right now. It's a YouTube video, and I want to be able to. I want people to be able to see what I'm seeing for the most part. I'm seeing his mannerisms right now. What I'm seeing is he's looking down. It sounds like he's being interviewed over the phone by a television anchor, and that there's a camera crew in his house filming him, but there's somebody kind of directing him. And so far, he's feeling a little bit uncomfortable with that. He's looking down. He's trying to deal with it, and he's looking down as he talks. And as he's looking down as he talks, they're trying to tell him, hey, can you look at the camera or look up? And he's like, I look down when I talk. I can't help it. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and go forward.
Wake up the kids around 6:30. Wake up Heidi and Silas right before I leave. So like once I got them up on Thursday, it was kind of a later morning. It was around 6:40 whenever I got them up, and because it was Heidi's first day to actually take Margot by herself with Silas. So pretty much gave Heidi a kiss, the baby kiss, and Silas a kiss. Said have a wonderful day. Left the apartment, went to work, and then she takes the kids to school. And she was making lunch, like right before I left. She took the kids to school. I don't know. So
Now, right there, what he does is it's clear that he's trying to remember the events. So he's either trying to remember the events that took place on Thursday, and he's getting frustrated, or he's trying to remember his story, and he's oh yeah, okay, I got you, Danielle. Um So yeah, sorry about that, guys. So what I'm seeing right now is he's really frustrated right now. I'm noticing people in the chat saying that he uses a lot of filler words. That doesn't mean jack shit. Could be that his mind is everywhere. I use a lot of filler words when I'm talking here. So to me, that doesn't mean jack shit. But right now, I'm seeing him either trying to not be distracted by his fear and frustration as to what's going on. Also being nervous with a bunch of cameras on him. That's clearly a factor. And I feel like he's either trying to keep his story straight, or he's genuinely frustrated with trying to remember the events because he knows it's important in finding his missing family. And you can see him kind of break down and show his frustration in that. So, and yes, I could see how that could be very suspicious, Lisa. But we're gonna keep going here.
At around 8 o'clock, she called me. I answered the phone like right after I got in my truck. I work for Unicorn Moving, so she called me around 8, and she told me that she went to the book fair. She bought 3 books. Cost about $25. It was amazing. Like, she couldn't wait to read to Silas. And I told her I love you, goodbye. And man, this is hard.
Take your time.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Danielle, I cannot wrench. I haven't figured out how to wrench anybody on this here through this chat. Let me pull up the live stream here and I can do that. Give me 1 second, guys, and I will continue with the video because I do need to wrench this person through that account. And to address Jane B's comment, you don't hear sniffling, but I promise this man is crying. I'm seeing tears stream down his face. He's definitely crying. So if the question is whether or not these are genuine tears, whether or not he's a good actor and he knows how to make himself cry, or what, but these tears are absolutely genuine. They're coming down his face. It's happening. So he's crying. Just to answer your question, or just to address your comment. 1 second. Sorry, guys. Let me throw in this wrench here. It'll take just a second. My computer and my internet are slow, hence why. There we go. All right, Danielle, you are wrenched under Real Masker Talk. All right. Okay.
So, I don't know right now. I've been repeating it all day.
And let me know if you want me to move on to another question.
No, it's a good question. This is just a weird situation right here. So I don't know. I don't know. She's just an amazing mom. I don't know. I don't know. I need to stand up. I don't know. I can't sit here. This is like making me so. I feel funny.
You want to stand up?
There's like light. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not good in this situation. Yeah.
Stand up. Hey, I'm gonna just reframe a little bit and see if he wants to stand up. So
Let's just take a second. Okay. I'm gonna stop camera.
So we've been living in Austin. We moved.
Okay, so I'm sure everybody caught that right there. That was a red flag to me, obviously. I'm sure it was a red flag to everyone else because he seemed to just kind of break down there, and he seemed to yeah, that's why I'm saying you can see the video. I'm saying if you guys can share, if you guys can somehow pull it up and watch this at the same time. I don't know if you have a laptop right now or something to where you can have two sites playing at the same time. But I'm sure a lot of other true crime creators are going to go over this case and cover it very, very, very meticulously. I am not a true crime creator. I'm just kind of doing the best I can here. And this is more about, and honestly, this is my first time using StreamYard. So this is the first time that I am using StreamYard. And so I'm trying to do the best I can with what I've got. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going over this interview and try to describe what I'm seeing as best as I can. But I'm sure, like I said, you will see this video a lot. And this young man, what he just did was he stood up. You could see he was very distraught. He's looking down. He's swaying his head a lot, and he just told whoever was in the room and the camera crew and who was in charge of it that he's having a hard time. The lights were distracting him, and that he felt more comfortable standing up. And I'm taking that honestly. Hey, what's up, Irish? I'm taking that honestly so far because I'm very much an innocent until proven guilty kind of guy. So right now I'm taking that as him simply feeling so helpless, and he wishes he could do more, that he doesn't feel comfortable sitting down. He doesn't feel comfortable being relaxed in a situation like this. So he wants to be doing something, and this doesn't seem like it's enough. So far, I'm getting the impression of a very, very desperate man who just wants to know where his family is. So that's how I'm taking it. So I can see how people would take that as a red flag, but right now I'm taking that as a man who is just absolutely desperate and doesn't know what to do with himself at the moment. Now, his desperation could mean that he has fear of someone finding out something that he's hiding, but I'm not getting that impression so far, if I'm being completely honest. Hey, Kim, what's up?
Moved from Louisiana about 5 years ago. So we've been living here about 5 years, I believe so. 4 or 5 years.
Now he just did something kind of odd. Like he just kind of like ducked down. Like he was standing up, the camera was on him, and then he just kind of ducked down. So I don't know what that was all about. So I want to kind of go over that again later and look at that one more time. Hold on, let me just go ahead and do that real quick.
She's just an amazing mom. I don't know. I don't know. I need to stand up. I don't know. I can't sit here. This is like making me so. I feel funny.
You want to stand up?
There's like light. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not good in this situation. Yeah.
Stand up. Hey, I'm gonna just reframe a little bit and see like he wants to stand up. So let's just take a second. Okay. I'm gonna stop camera.
So we've been living in Austin. We moved from Louisiana about 5 years ago. So we've been living here about 5 years, I believe so.
Okay, what I think he was just doing, he was off camera, but I think all he was doing was just pulling down his pant leg to be more comfortable because he was standing up. I do that myself, actually. When I stand up, I just kind of adjust my jeans because it seems like his jeans are kind of maybe a little tight. And so he's just trying to get as comfortable as he can. And he very much sounds like to me somebody who's easily distracted, and he wants to stay on task, and he wants to be able to lay out any facts that he knows accurately to get the information out there to find his family. And he's just very nervous about it so far.
We came from Louisiana. Long story short, my ex-wife with my beautiful daughter Addison came down here as soon as my dad got cancer. He's cancer-free now. That's not the main story, but yeah. So we just kind of we're on the pipeline traveling, so we had to come down here. So we moved back to Austin. All my family's here. So
That's
great.
I know it's hard.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know it's hard to not be swaying and all like that.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry.
No, you're doing great.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want you to look for to look good.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So
yeah, we moved down here about 5 years ago, and
living in Austin, have you included friends with people here? Or is there
yes, I found amazing friends. I started. Oh, this is so hard. I can't pick up the phone.
I think not right.
I know I can't. Did you say I made any friends?
Okay, so what it's seeming like is when he keeps reaching down, they're kind of signaling for him to not pick up the phone. He's trying to pick up the phone. They don't want the phone in the shot. They're looking for a good shot of him, and they're just looking for a quality video is what it seems like this crew is doing. And since the phone, he wants to be able to hear the questions clearly, so he wants to pick up the phone and hold it to his ear or hold it close to his face so that he can hear her questions more clearly. And they're not letting him do that. Because he just said, I can't pick up the phone. So when he was going down, it seemed like he was going to pick up the phone and they were stopping him from doing so. So that answers my question.
Yeah. So it's like I'm originally from Austin. Like I went to Leander High School. So I
pick up the phone and just hold it.
Just hold it. Okay, it's kind of down here.
Yeah, they finally just said, fuck it. Go ahead and pick up the phone.
So basically went to Leander High School. I already have friends over here, and they've been very supportive since what happened with Heidi and Margot. It's hard to look up. But
is there anyone in Austin who you don't have a good relationship with?
There's nobody. We have a loving and great family. Heidi has great friends. She's the most awesome person in the world. Loving mom. She supports everything everybody does. She could have like $4 in the bank account and still want to give. So she's a great person. So is Margot, our beautiful 3-week-old daughter. So yeah, there's no enemies. There's nothing that would be negative or anybody would want to harm us at all. No.
And was Heidi, the morning she went missing, was her demeanor any different? Was she acting normal?
No, I'm good. Yeah. What's that?
Fucking dumbass dude on the crew, like interrupting the interview. So what she just asked, and I think she's going to repeat it, was Heidi's behavior any different the day that she went missing? In a nutshell. So.
Did her demeanor seem any different, or was it, just like a regular day for her too?
It was a regular day. So like what I was trying to explain.
Make sure you drop that phone down a little bit.
Oh, okay. So like what I was trying to explain, it was a normal day. It was I woke up at 6. I pretty much do my 30 minutes of my routine like before I get them up. I get a little extra 30 minutes of sleep, and then I get them up, and then my fiance Heidi wakes up with the kids, and we start making lunch, or she started making lunch, and I kiss them goodbye, tell them have a great day at school, and then I pretty much leave for work. And then once I get to work, by the time she drops them off, I'm like getting in my trucks around like 7:40, 7:45, and we always make contact like right before I get in my truck and then go to work, which I just went to the book fair, and they just bought 3 books. It's like $25. And she couldn't wait to read to Silas whenever his house got home. We just bought 3 brand new books, which is right here inside the house. And that's the last time I actually made contact with her.
Shane, so we just let's drop that phone down a little bit. Try to talk to your dad.
Okay.
Take it like a step too closer to the camera.
Okay.
I messed up.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It doesn't feel natural at all.
I know.
It's like it doesn't feel natural.
I know.
Okay. Feel like that was the next question.
Okay, see that's another thing that I'm hearing is a big red flag when he says, you know, the guy's telling him what to do, and he's saying it doesn't feel natural. And I kind of get that. I kind of get that because, you know, on top of all the distractions that are going on in this poor guy's mind, he's got this person telling him what to do so that they can get a better shot and create a quality video. And I get that end too. I do. But you know, he's not being difficult, but he's saying it's, you know, what you're basically telling me to do is it doesn't feel natural. They're telling him to look like he's talking to his father, to, you know, so that they get the best possible shot. They're trying to direct him kind of like an actor. And this guy doesn't seem like the type that wants to deal with that. So hold on one second. You want to go see Grandma? Hold on one second. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not getting the impression that so far I'm not seeing that so much as a red flag. So far, what I'm seeing are very, very easily explained situations in this interview that make it to where I kind of get it. You know what I mean? I just kind of get it. So give me a second. Hopefully the dog stops barking out there. I never go on this early, guys, so I apologize. There's a whole lot of shit going on here. Yeah, and I don't know what living a pink life means either. Oh, that's a person here. Okay, I'll let my mods deal with that. And we're gonna go ahead and go forward with this. I'm sorry for the background noise, guys. I am so sorry for the background noise.
Yeah, could you just talk a little bit more about when and where was the last time you saw Heidi?
Yeah, it was actually like before I left this morning at 6:40. I left the house at 6:40. Yeah. I left the house. I'm gonna look at the light. I left the house at 6:40. And that's the last time I spoke to my son. Dude, I can't. This is weird.
I know.
So you're moving my dad. You're moving I can't be professional. I'm not. This is, dude. Okay, I'm gonna call you back or something. I don't know what to do, man. You make me nervous. I don't know, man. I just want to be natural, man. I just want to, like, this is not, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so what just happened there was he clearly just got really frustrated, and all the pressure of being interviewed was extremely distracting for him. He saw that it was distracting for him, but here's the thing: it was right in the middle of him trying to express his the exact accounts and times of the last time he saw Heidi. So this is very crucial. So I can very much see how anybody would see that that's a red flag right there, because he's being, you know, as soon as he's asked when was it described the last time you saw her, and he says 6:40 a.m. and then he's like, oh man, you guys, I gotta call you back or something, and he tells the reporter on the phone, I gotta call you back or something, because I can't do this. But yes, Don J, I agree, he continues to get interrupted, and I can see how that can be extremely frustrating for somebody who's just trying to do something that this is absolutely foreign to him. I don't think this person ever thought at any, ever in his life that he would be on television having to explain himself or anything like this. So he doesn't know how to handle it. Now, it could mean that's because he's guilty, but I'm not ready to jump to that conclusion just yet. And it just cut back to, they cut the film and now they're back to.
That's just the way we got to do it. Let's try to get the word out there. I don't care how. I left the house at 6:40.
And that's the last time I spoke to my son. Dude, I can't. This is weird.
I know.
So you're moving my dad. You're moving, like, I can't be professional. I'm not. This is, dude. Okay, I'm gonna call you back or something. I don't know what to do, man. You're making me nervous. I don't know, man. I just want to be natural, man. I just want to, like, this is not. I don't know.
Yeah. Try and look at the camera, whatever you want to look at.
Just whatever.
I look down. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Do that.
Whatever
you can do, just do it. No pressure, no nothing. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. That's just the way we got to do it.
I just want to get the word out there. I don't care how it looks.
Okay. You about ready?
Okay.
Yeah, because it's louder now.
Okay.
Yeah, so my other question was, is there anything important of Heidi that's like missing right now? Like, is the cell phone there? Anything valuable missing?
There is nothing valuable missing. Her purse and her wallet and everything was up here. Her cell phone is missing. It's been turned off. Whenever I pulled up around 1:40, it's just been off since then. So, like the car seat, everything is upstairs. There's no signs of anything.
All right, and how long have you and Heidi been together? I mean, as long as you've known her, has she ever disappeared before? Has she ever, just
No.
gone off the grid?
No, ma'am.
Like
She would never disappear. She is an amazing mom. She'll never. We have a 6-year-old son named Silas, beautiful kid. She would never leave him. She would never do this. She wouldn't do this.
Just to confirm a couple of details. So, how old is Margot?
Margot, she was born on the 26th of November. So 3 weeks. 3 weeks. About 3 weeks.
All right. So what I'm seeing so far is I'm seeing him swaying back and forth. And yes, like I'm seeing in the comments, there's definitely he has a nervous laugh. And I even eliminated that in the Chris Watts interview when he was at this stage of that case, and Chris Watts he was laughing out of nervousness, but the question isn't whether, to me, the question isn't whether or not he's laughing out of nervousness. Nobody's going to sit up there and just laugh about, unless they're a total fucked up serial killer. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to sit there and laugh about the situation that's happening. I think I think he has a nervous laugh, just like Chris Watts did. But the difference is, the question is whether or not the laugh is because they're nervous, because they're afraid they're going to get caught and they're trying to hide something, or are they just nervous at the entire situation because there's TV cameras on him? He doesn't know where his family is. He doesn't know. He has no idea how to assess the situation. So I don't think it's fair to factor in his nervous laugh in any way whatsoever, because obviously people do that when they get nervous. I don't even think that should be an issue to even discuss. It's not the question. So anyway, Jesus, man, I'm really sorry about that noise going on out there, man. These people are loud, and it's like right in the middle of the day. So yeah, if it's not bothering you, great, but it's fucking bothering me, but I can't say anything about it. So sorry about that, guys. One second.
Okay, and one of my last questions, but you could say anything to Heidi right now, like if she was gonna watch the newscast, what would you want to tell her?
I want to tell her please come home. You know your family's here, and she wouldn't do this. I'm not telling her this. I'm telling the sake for the family. She has a beautiful kid. She has a beautiful family. Beautiful dog. Name is Zeus. She would not do this by herself. She would not be doing this. This is definitely something that happened that was wrong. So anybody that could share, post, do anything, 1 second helps to save a beautiful family, a beautiful kid. Just anything you could do. Just reach out. If you don't know me, I don't care. If you see the post, if you see this news, reach out. Keep your eyes open.
Now, right there, also, I'm getting the impression, I think this guy is just sick and fucking tired of saying the same thing over and over again for the last three or 4 days. You know what I'm saying? That's the impression I'm getting from this person. He's just been repeating himself and saying the same thing over and over, and he wants to be out there doing more, but he can't. This is honestly the best thing that he can do. But I'm totally getting the impression that this is a man who genuinely feels like his hands are tied. That's where I'm at right now. Anyway.
Just be open-minded. Anything suspicious, do anything you can to help. Please. It's a 3-week-old baby out there, and a mom, and a son that's missing her mom and family.
And if you could say anything to the person that she...
And there was a nervous laugh right there. Let's hear that one more time.
She would not do this by herself. She would not be doing this. This is definitely something that happened that was wrong. So anybody that could share, post, do anything, 1 second helps to save a beautiful family, a beautiful kid. Just anything you could do. just reach out. If you don't know me, I don't care. If you see the post, if you see this news, reach out. Keep your eyes open. Just be open-minded. Anything suspicious, do anything you can to help. Please. It's a 3-week-old baby out there, and a mom, and a son that's missing her mom and a family.
And if you could say anything to the person that she and Margot might be with, what would you say to them?
Her and Margot, my what? I'm sorry.
If you could say anything to, the person that she might be with, like the person, because you said she wanted to do this on her own. So
Okay.
If you could say something to the person who may be involved in the disappearance.
If you're involved, I don't care. Set her to the side. She'll find her way home. Just bring her home safe, or put her somewhere safe. Her and the baby. Feed the baby. She's only 3 weeks old. So just find a way. You won't be in trouble. Just drop her off. She has a beautiful family.
See, this man strikes me as so far, this man strikes me as a loving father and fiance. I have no indication to think otherwise. And right now, he just broke down. I mean, he was faced with a question where the reporter asked him, if you have anything to say to anybody who she might be with right now, what would you say? And his concern was, just leave them wherever they are. They'll find their way home. Just get away from them. And then the thought of his baby being hungry hit him so hard that he just started crying. This is not a man that is worried about. That was not the reaction of a man who's worried about whether or not people think he's involved. And I noticed that somebody here in the chat mentioned, 1 second. Let me see. Sorry, guys. Someone here in the chat mentioned that they live near there, and that their brother is and that it's Yvonne, okay, and that Yvonne's brother is Austin Police Department, and that he is a suspect. What I have to say about that is, anytime a situation like this happens, if you're a true crime enthusiast, then that's true crime 101 right there. Anytime there's a case like this, the boyfriend or the husband is always the first person that they're looking at. He is always the person of interest, the very first. So, that doesn't mean anything. As far as I'm concerned, anyway. What's up, Once Upon a Time in the West? Once Upon a Crime in the West. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, there's a lot going on here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and continue the conclusion of this. There's about 2 more minutes left.
Drop her off anywhere. I don't care. Just make sure she's safe and okay. The baby's okay. And then right away. I don't know what. I just want her home safe. It doesn't have to be here. Just drop her off somewhere safe. If it is somebody. Just please come home. Or drop her off at my doorstep. I don't care. Just bring my family home.
All right, Jane. Well, that was all of my questions. But if there's anything else that you wanted to say or wanted to talk about, anything that I missed?
No, just I love you, Heidi. I love you, Margot.
And watching that right there, that chuckle, that sounded like a chuckle. I realize it, but I'm looking at it. That was him out crying. That was a cry. That was not a chuckle.
In any way possible. I'm about to be off. So, is any support, any old friends, share, post, like, anything, contact anybody if you see her. Just do whatever you can. We definitely appreciate it. I think it's, I don't know.
Well, Shane, thank you for taking out the time to speak with us and for doing a very difficult interview. We greatly appreciate it. And yeah, so we're going to get the story out and hopefully it will come home soon. Thank you again for the interview.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, guys. So right now, we're looking at we've been down this road before, and I'm and here's the thing. I realized something. In a community like this, there's going to be a lot of people who who are naturally going to suspect him and look for any reason to basically witch hunt this guy and make him out to be the bad guy. Now, I'm not saying he's not guilty of this crime. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this is such a fresh case that we don't have any facts yet besides we don't have any facts that indicate him being the suspect yet. And obviously, Danielle here started this group, and you're welcome to join the group, and you're welcome to discuss it, and any information that you get, please share it and we can discuss it. And I'm obviously going to go over some of this stuff more and more, and I'm quite certain that other creators, I know Gray Hughes already covered it, and I had not watched that yet, but Gray Hughes was on this yesterday, as far as I know. But any true crime creators are going to be talking about this, I'm sure, because this is all too familiar, and I think we all know why this is all too familiar. But I'm seeing a very, very different person. I'm seeing a very different person that I was seeing in the Chris Watt case. I'm seeing very different reactions. And hold on, sorry. I believe he called police after picking up Silas from school and from the Verizon store. He was trying to get her phone bill and phone is off. So, I mean, does that mean that the phone is off, like as in disconnected, or does that mean that the phone was just shut off or the battery died and then it ended up shutting off? Because I'm curious about that. Yes, I mean, anybody with see, that's what I like about Gray, actually, because Gray has common sense when it comes to these things, and the fact is, there's nothing to indicate that this man is guilty so far. There's absolutely nothing to indicate that this man had anything to do with his with the disappearance of his family. I mean, this guy even cried at the thought of Silas not having a mother. Like when he just was describing, you could tell he didn't even say those words, but when he was describing Silas, he was breaking down in tears just because of the empathy that he felt for this child, This is not somebody who's capable of murder, at least not in my opinion, at least not so far. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I'm right now. I'm in a place where I want to see this guy find his family. I want that to happen. I want there to be a happy ending here. I want him to, I want him to hold that newly born infant. I can't even imagine. I remember when my son was first born. I I used to take my hand whenever he was asleep. I would put it over his chest because in 2000 when he was born, there was in the late 90s too, there was a big scare of SIDS, and I thought my son was just too good to be true. I didn't think that I deserved him. So I used to just hold my hand over his chest and check his heartbeat. I would wake up randomly in the middle of the night all the time just to look at him. He's the greatest thing that ever happened to me. So I can't even begin to imagine what this man is going through right now. Sorry. But I'm in a place right now where I just want to see this woman and this child come home to Silas and Shane. I appreciate you guys' patience with me. Again, I want to be clear. This is not a true crime channel, but this is something. I'm in this community, and I respect what these true crime creators do. I respect it very, very much. And if I have a channel, I want to be able to do everything that I can to bring awareness to a situation like this. And so I want to be able to help in any way that I can. And I urge you guys, I'm begging you guys, please, if in a situation like this, if you're going to cover a case like this, and I know there's certain creators that I don't have to address, and this doesn't apply, but it has happened. The Chris Watts thing was a fucking shit show, and it went on too goddamn long, and it got fucking crazy really quick, really fast, and it really disrupted any productivity to gathering any facts. And I blame the tabloid stations for that too. HLN wasn't any help. I didn't even watch this Oxygen thing. I don't. What am I going to get out of that? The fuck am I going to get out of that? So, if you're a true crime channel and you're involved in the drama community, and please, for the sake of getting justice, whether it be, I shouldn't even say justice because we don't know what happened yet, but for the sake of closure, for the sake of bringing this family closure, let's not jump down each other's throats about this. There's nothing to jump to conclusions about yet. There's nothing to crucify anybody with yet. Anybody who seems to have a history of being shitty when it came to the Chris Watts case, maybe they've learned from that situation, and maybe they want to contribute and do something helpful with this one. I say give them a chance. I say hear them out. Maybe they have something thoughtful, and maybe they have something logical to contribute. I say, hear them out. I don't care who it is. I don't give a fuck who it is. So this is a real opportunity to where these channels can really come together and really work together, pool resources, and really do something to try to bring closure to this family. I'm sure I'll go on again and talk about this stuff a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and end this broadcast now, and get on with my day as best as I can. But I thank you guys for joining the chat. Thank you guys for being very kind to each other in the chat. Again, go ahead and make sure Real Massacre Talk. You'll see Real Massacre Talk in that chat. That's Danielle's channel. Danielle is all business when it comes to this kind of shit. So I guarantee you're going to get a lot of updates from that channel. So anybody who's interested in this case, please do yourself a favor and like and subscribe to Real Massacre Talk. I really, really hope that I really hope that this family gets the closure that they need, and that we can all behave accordingly in order to play even the smallest part in doing so. So I really hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for on. Thanks for joining the chat. Thanks for contributing to the chat. You guys are the best. I love you, and we will talk soon.